Okay, so in this particular lecture, we're gonna go over electroplating. So electroplating, it has for long been used to coat materials, to coat metals onto other surfaces. Okay, so if you have like a cheaper metal, so we have different kinds of metal, right? And they have all have different words. So yeah, for example, gold is really expensive, silver is really expensive, platinum is really expensive. But on the other hand, nickel, copper, they're not really expensive, right? So if you want to coat copper and nickel or maybe iron with some expensive metals, okay, so you call that electroplating. And it's electroplating. We don't just do electroplating for the sake of aesthetics. So yeah, it's often done to protect the metal underneath. So yeah, for example, if you have metals, okay, and every metal has a different level of reactivity. Okay. So, for example, if you talk about the one of the most least reactive metals, that is, for example, gold. Okay, gold is very less reactive. Which actually it's near to inert. The gold doesn't react very well with any substance. So, yeah. So if you wanna coat gold onto a more reactive substance, say iron, okay, if you have an iron, maybe if you have an iron bracelet, and you don't want that bracelet to get rusted over time, okay? So you'll just coat this iron bracelet with gold, okay? And when you coat this iron bracelet with gold, so basically what will happen is that there will be like a layer of iron, so yeah, and that iron will be coated by another layer, so yeah, it will be coated by another layer of gold, okay? So this small layer of gold that you've coated it with is done through electroplating, right? And as compared to iron, gold is inert. Okay, it's relatively inert, it won't react. So yeah, so it will protect the iron underneath from oxidation. So yeah, so for example, if iron is exposed to oxygen and water, so yeah, so it forms iron oxide, right? And that just causes the iron to catch rust, right? But if you coat it with gold, so gold will just form a layer over this iron. Okay. I will not gold jet will not react with any oxygen or water. And it will also not let oxygen or water permeate and allow them to react with the iron underneath, right? So you can have a core of iron, but you can have a very thin layer of gold. Obviously, gold is really expensive, but you can just coat it with gold just to protect it. Okay, and that's done through electrolysis. So yeah, and electrolysis, maybe there is a specific part of electrolysis that's known as electroplating. Okay, so as you can see right here, we have a key. Okay, and this key is being coated by brassy material. Okay, so let's define electroplating. Electroplating is a method of coating objects with a metal using electrolysis, right? And what you need to know about electroplating is that at the negative electrode or at the cathode, in order to electroplate a metal, and at the negative electrode, you should have the object that is to be electroplated, right? We'll go over this in a bit. At the positive electrode or the anode, okay, you should have the metal to coat the object with. Okay? So at the positive electrode, you should have the metal that you want to coat that object with. For example, in the previous example, we went over iron and gold, right? So at the negative electrode, because we want to plate the iron with gold, so we will use it as a negative electrode, and the positive electrode will be gold. Okay. Electrolyte. Electrolyte क्या होता है? Electrolyte is basically the solution which is containing the ions. ठीक है? So electrolyte जो होता है, it should be the solution of the coating metal. Okay, it should be the solution of the coating metal, यानी कि with the ions of the coating metal in it. Right? So for example, if you have to coat any substance with gold, so you'll have a solution which is containing gold ions. Okay, and that is important. Okay, the metal ions from solution are deposited on the negative electrode, and metal ions are released from the positive electrode to replace those lost in solution, right? That's the main principle of electroplating. So yeah, that's how it occurs. So let's just look at an example here.